Hi, yo, what's up, Cuzzy Matt?
What's up, Chris? How you doing, bud?
Dude, I am I'm okay. I'm okay for
Yeah,
now, you know?
yeah.
This is gonna be a special edition, Mets only. Basically, thank you owed to the Mets
Might be a little bit
from
of sadness in there. Maybe
yeah.
some tears. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
why
knows?
not? We'll,
Chris
we'll,
might
we'll
cry. Who knows?
I might. So that's what it's gonna be. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, roll it.
Cuzzy Matt on the mic, spewing fire about the Giants. Tiger eyes got the fight, fueled by passionate defiance. Every loss he breaks down, every win leaves him beaming. Detangle truth and
All
All
right.
right, we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go, guys. All right. Welcome back to the Any Sports Podcast. We got a special, sad,
Very
depressing,
sad.
happy episode.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
We're gonna
So
see the
we're
roller
gonna
coaster of emotions in this one.
yeah, we're gonna have a few things to talk about. It is gonna be a short episode, but we do have a few things to talk about. Met wise. So we're gonna skip the year, we're gonna skip all that shit and go directly into season awards.
hmm
Only for the
Also,
Mets, though.
before
So,
we go into it,
mhm.
we gotta acknowledge Dylan is not here today to
Yeah,
control the chaos.
our tribal chief is not here,
He's not here to
but
control
we
us.
acknowledge each other. Okay, we acknowledge each other.
Acknowledge.
Um, so listen, Dylan is still in his own fantasy world of a World Series. He's happy, and
He's living life right
big
now.
big
He's on
props
top of the
to him.
world. He's not allowed in this right now.
Listen, big props to the world, to the world of the World Series. Shit. Hopefully LA doesn't win. I really hope they
I
don't.
can't do it. I can't root for him. I know it's
I can't,
painful to root for the Yankees. I can't even say I'm rooting for the Yankees. I'm
no,
just
you just want your wife to be happy.
ex exactly.
I get
It's
it.
it's
I get
Dodgers win or my wife is happy. That's it.
it.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
So yeah, Dill is not part of this episode because he's not a
No.
Met fan, but he did support us, so we'll give him props for that. He
Absolutely.
did
He tried
support
his
us.
best.
He did. He tried to do the Dylan magic, and it
hmm
just came up short. But we're gonna go into season awards for most valuable hitter and pitcher, most underwhelming, most surprising, most exciting to see next year.
hmm
So starting off heavy, most valuable hitter.
I mean,
Who
I
do
feel
you
like
got?
that one's pretty obvious. That's the easy one. It's my boy Lindor.
Obviously,
It's
it's
Francisco.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
It's Engelbert Humperdinck. Absolutely. It's hard to say, honestly. I don't think I've ever actually said it.
Yeah, no, it's
It
it's
does
tough.
not
Yeah,
roll off the tongue.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
After a while, you get used to it though.
Okay.
But it definitely is our Capitan,
Yeah.
uh, Mr. Smiles, Francisco Lindor. He definitely should have won the MVP. Had an MVP caliber year.
Absolutely.
Probably the
Slap
best
the C
shortstop
on
in
that chest,
baseball.
man. Make him
Oh,
captain.
absolutely. He completely deserves a C on his chest next year, and I
hmm
wouldn't be surprised if they do it. Um, yeah, Lindor has revolutionized Mets baseball by himself.
Dude, he's changed the whole face of this team, the
Yeah,
whole culture of this team. You
yeah,
know,
definitely,
he is
absolutely.
the face, and we have him for what, 8 more years?
Yeah,
Amazing, dude.
yeah,
He is one of the main reasons I'm excited for the future.
yeah. I could definitely. I have a Lindor jersey already, but I can see myself getting another one.
I
Honestly, I
might
might
need
get a
one, man.
pinstripes.
I might need one.
I might have to do the pinstripes this year. Coming up.
I've never owned a pinstripe
I've
jersey.
never owned one either.
I've owned black. I've owned two different blue ones. I've owned gray. Never
Yeah,
owned a pinstripe jersey. I think it's
I
time.
I really like their gray ones that say New York on it.
It's a classic, man.
Yeah, but fucking dude, you go online and they're $400.
It's insane. It's not worth it.
Ridiculous, you know? Yeah, so,
You gotta find one of those alternative sites.
yeah, definitely.
You know.
So Francisco Lindor with most valuable hitter, most valuable pitcher. I would say it's the tribal chief, Sean Mania.
It's gotta be, right?
It has to be Sean Mania.
I gotta be honest. I was sitting here and I'm like, shit, I can't say the same thing as him, can I? And I thought about Diaz for a second, but he blew a couple really
Oh,
important saves.
Diaz got me a little skittish.
hmm
Diaz wasn't looking like Diaz of old.
You could make a case for Ryan Stanek stabilizing that bullpen a little bit.
Definitely, Ryan Stanek was
Um,
lights out.
you could even make a case for Severino, man.
You can make a case for Sevi or Quintana. Honestly,
Yeah.
Quintana pitched his ass off too.
You're forgetting
But
a very important. Honestly, changing my answer. Changing my answer. And I think he's the most forgotten about player on this team, David Peterson. Look at his stats from the year. He had statistically one
okay,
of the best years on this team.
DP, yeah, I get that.
God, guy came, not that he came out of nowhere. He's been here, but I
But
mean,
he
like,
showed up when it
he
mattered.
put it together. He filled any role they needed. They needed him to be a 3 inning reliever. Sure, no problem. You need me
Definitely
to
showed up
close
when it mattered.
games?
Yes.
Awesome, sure. You need me to go, pitch 30 starts? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm changing my answer. David Peterson is my
David
guy.
Peterson. All right, cool. I'll go Mania. You go Peterson.
I think
Perfectly
both of
fine.
those answers are perfect.
Perfectly fine. Those guys
Mania,
literally
man.
came up when we needed them.
I
Came
got a
up
question
clutch.
for you though.
Go ahead.
How much you love Mania? Like as a
I
person, not even the pitcher.
I love him.
I just want to be friends with him,
I
honestly.
do. I wanna go out for a beer with him.
Right? Like I just want to. I feel like he's just like the best time.
I mean, let's put it this way. Samoan guys are just genuinely nice, huggable people.
Yeah.
But being that when he was asked, does he want to come back, he teared up. Speaking to the reporters, it kind of hit me in the feelings, in the gooch a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was
Right in that
really,
gooch, right?
yeah,
Bingo.
I felt good about that because I feel like he's one of the pieces that David Stearns is going to definitely bring back next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without even thinking about it. But yeah, moving on. Most underwhelming. I have one that I got very upset that I picked this guy because he's one of my favorite players on the team.
Okay.
And I think you know who I'm talking about.
I think so.
I'm talking about the human fire hydrant.
Interesting.
I'm talking about Frankie Alvarez.
I don't know why that's not who I thought you were going to say.
Who'd you think?
I thought you were going to say Jeff McNeil for some reason.
No, I'm
Once you
actually
said favorite,
not
I
a
was
big
like, oh,
fan of
maybe
Jeff
not.
McNeil.
What?
I'm honestly not a big fan of Jeff McNeil. I never have.
Me
I
neither.
never will. But at the end of the day, Jeff McNeil's not going to be a Met next year. I know that for a fact.
I tend to agree with you on that one.
There's no fucking way that they're
No.
going to bring him back. Number one, because he didn't really do much. And number two, he got hurt.
Mhm.
So he is basically trade bait. Unfortunately, McNeil's time with the Mets will come to an end eventually. But Frankie Alvarez is here to stay. Okay.
He is.
And he received a C letter grade from SNY on IG for performance in the playoffs. Should have been a D. The guy
I disagree, man.
Really?
I disagree. I think, yes, the first two series, hot garbage. Could not, looked like he was just completely guessing. Since that one at bat where the bat flew out of his hands and all that,
yeah,
he got on base every single time. I know you could say too little, too late. I get it.
Yeah.
But he is a 22-year-old experiencing the postseason, managing a staff as a catcher for the first time.
Right? Absolutely. We expected more from him because that's just the way we are as fans. But the kid made his debut in the postseason, got far, and he held himself accountable, which I love.
I love how he talks.
I love the way he talks, dude.
Yeah.
He talks exactly like Lindor does. He is humble, respectable, and just all in all honest. If he fucks up, he fucks up, and he goes, "That's on me."
Exactly. He owns it. He has no problem owning it.
So
I'm not going to say him for this one, because I'm going to save him for another one.
Okay.
Mine's a little random. I thought about saying Jeff McNeil. I thought about saying Diaz.
Right.
But honestly, it's Brett Beatty, man. I know that's kind of random, and like he's not really. He's on the 40-man roster, so it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was definitely cheering us on.
He was doing a great job of that, but I gotta be honest, man. Coming into this year, I thought it was gonna be more of a battle between Vientos and Beatty. I know he got injured.
But I feel like even if Beatty wouldn't have got injured, would not have mattered.
No, I think Vientos would have found his way on if he,
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, he made it easy for him. I just had I think I chose him just because I just had such high hopes for him.
Oh, we all did. Absolutely.
And listen, it's nowhere near over for him. He's 22 years old,
No.
maybe even 21. Honestly, I don't remember, but I just feel like he's got all the talent in the world, and he
Yeah.
gets up here and he just doesn't. He just grounds the ball to second base
Yeah.
every single time, and it's literally clockwork. He either strikes out or grounds to second.
Yep.
Um,
It's like you know what's gonna happen every time he comes up to bat.
yes. So
Unfortunately.
listen,
So
I have hopes for him for the future, but super super underwhelming year. I expected
okay.
him to be a big part of the team, and he wasn't.
All right. All right. So I said Frankie, you said Beatty.
Mhm.
Most surprising.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure that both of us are gonna say the
I
same
said
person.
there's only one answer.
It's Vientos.
It's not what I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
Not what I was gonna say.
Who are you gonna say?
Iglesias, man, Mr.
Oh,
Condalito.
okay, Mr. OMG. Okay,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, the
Honestly,
man wasn't
okay.
even on the team. Neither of them were on the team.
I get why you said that.
Yeah.
I completely agree that he was the most surprising.
Yeah.
But to me, I didn't think Vientos was gonna go the fuck off the playoffs like this.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think he was going to be like this. But Chris, I'm going to reference something here. Pat myself on the back a little bit. Give myself a little pat. If you go back into March and late March, spring training, the preseason edition that I was on of the Any Sports podcast, I said Mark Vientos was going to have a breakout year. So for me,
Yeah.
not surprised. I
You
saw it
need to
coming.
just
The
keep saying
dude
shit like
can
that in the beginning
fucking
of the year.
hit. Like guys like that. I don't even know if he'll stick at third base, dude, but he's going to be on the team forever.
Yeah.
Like
He's
that's a guy that's going to find his way.
I feel like if you pick three players that we will never get rid of, it's gonna be Vientos, Lindor, and probably um Nimmo,
Yeah.
if that.
That's your main guys moving forward, really. That's the
Yeah.
face of your
You
team
know?
right there, those three.
You
That's
know,
your
I
one,
know
two, three hitter
I know
for the next 8 years.
Nimmo is still experiencing the pain from the plantar fasciitis that he had. He was playing through it.
Dude, I wonder how long that was bothering him for too,
Oh
because he
God,
really
I can
didn't.
imagine
His
how
regular
uncomfortable
season really wasn't
it
great.
was to like run.
Yeah, dude.
And
Have you
that catch
you've
he
had it
had,
before? Dude, it's horrible.
it's probably tough as shit to do that.
I would say it's
But
horrible, and I'm just a fat, out of shape guy that plays softball on Sundays. He's playing every day.
yeah, yeah. So you're saying Jose Iglesias, obviously, when
Mhm.
he came, it was like night and day.
9 day.
Night and day
He
with
changed the outlook of the team.
he
Nobody
did.
was negative anymore. How do you be negative around that guy? You can't.
You can't.
That's why, honestly, vibes alone, 2-year contract at least.
Yeah, you can't.
If
I
he
feel
wants
like
to be playing.
it's got to be a Cuban thing because like you can't be upset
No,
around a Cuban person. You
he
just
doesn't
can't.
have it in him. That's what
But
his song is all about. Honestly,
yeah,
staying
yeah,
positive.
absolutely. So yeah, so you say Jose Iglesias, I say Vientos just for the playoff
Yeah.
fucking
You
annihilation
could
that he
also
had.
throw David Peterson into that one.
Absolutely,
You could also
surprising as a
throw him in.
motherfucker. And
'Cause I did not see
honestly,
that
I'll
coming.
I'll even throw in Stanek in there because I didn't really think Stanek was going to be that good.
Okay. Okay.
Most excited to see next year.
I got my answer.
Oh, I got mine. Go
It's
ahead.
Francisco Alvarez, man.
Really?
It's Francisco Alvarez, dude. You
Okay.
think this year is going to be his blueprint? Absolutely not. Dude,
No,
do you
he's going to come
remember
back with a vengeance.
May? When did he get hurt? June?
June.
Yeah, that freak weird thumb axe
That thumb shit.
break.
He got hit the thumb or something.
Dude, no, he like put his hand down. I watched
Oh,
the
really?
video
He
a
put
100
his.
times. I still don't understand how he broke his thumb. It doesn't make sense to me. But dude, he was mashing before that. And it's possible that maybe he came back too soon and maybe it was
Right.
never fully healed. Because to be honest, the guy has too much power, too much talent, too much everything, honestly. Too much. He's great at everything, and he's not going to be a guy that
True.
hits 220 or whatever it was or won something through his
Yeah,
career.
No, definitely not. I'm gonna go with Luis Angel Acuna.
Ooh, good one.
I think Acuna is gonna have a breakout year. I
Mhm.
think he's gonna take over. Unfortunately, he's gonna take over the second base position, and our DH is gonna be Jose Iglesias, which I'm fine with.
I don't think he's a
Perfectly
good
fine
enough
with.
hitter.
Listen, he's better than JD Martinez. I'll tell you that much.
Very fucking true.
Um,
God, I
but
hope to never see that guy again.
yeah, I don't want to see him.
Seems like a nice guy, but absolutely not.
Nice guy. Took Vientos under his wing and helped him out a lot, but he's done. He's done. He needs to just retire. He has a
He's gonna make
World
a
Series
great hitting
champion.
coach one day.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. He's
He's
a
gonna
World
be a
Series
fantastic
champion with
hitting
the
coach one day.
Dodgers, and he's happy, bro. He should be
Yeah,
happy.
honestly, hire him as our hitting coach because our hitting coach doesn't do anything apparently.
Yeah. No.
So I don't know what they do. So
We could no. Honestly, there is one guy that I would love for that job. Actually, there's two guys that I would love for that job.
who?
One is David Wright.
Okay.
Number two is Mike Piazza.
Okay.
I would love to have Mike Piazza as a hitting coach, or
It's
honorable
tough to
mention,
hire your former stars, man.
right? Or honorable mention, best mustache in Mets history, Keith Hernandez.
Okay. Okay.
Keithy as a fucking hitting coach would be.
I just feel like it's really
diabolical.
hard to hire your former stars.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, this is college basketball, so it's different, but Georgetown hiring Patrick Ewing and St. John's hiring Chris Mullen, neither ended well.
Yeah, I know.
And now they're not really around the program anymore because it ended salty.
Well,
It's just,
now
to me, it's
Patrick
not
Ewing
worth
is fucking ambassador for the Knicks. So
exactly. So
I guess he's doing bigger things, but
yeah, exactly. That's a much better job,
but yeah,
But
definitely Acuna. I definitely think
you
he's
could
gonna
also
have
throw
a very
Carlos
good-
Beltran in that mix, by the way.
Carlos Beltran should have been our fucking skipper.
Granted, at this moment, I'm very glad he's not, and I'm glad that we have Mendy and that he's our guy.
Mendy did his job correctly, and I think he deserves to be coach for the next 4 years.
I agree. I think
Not this motherfucker has an IQ in baseball
He
of
just gets it.
1,000.
he just gets it. He understands
Yeah.
what to do. Yeah, you could. The only thing this year that I could say was a little bit of a head scratcher was starting JD Martinez in games 3 and 4 over Winker.
Yeah,
Those are the
he
only
had-
ones where I was like, does it make sense?
You
I
know,
know
you
what
know
he was
what I-
going for, but
Right. You know what I kind of compared that to was when Buck wouldn't take Daniel Vogelback out of the fucking lineup.
yeah. Yeah.
So there's preferences that he needs to kind of get over a little bit, but now we're not gonna have JD.
I think he was
Martinez
just
next year.
riding with this guy that he had all year.
Right.
You
So but
He's
other
riding
than
with
that,
experience.
I can see now why the Yankees spoke so well of Carlos Mendoza.
Oh my God, they didn't want to let him go, man. I get it.
Okay, he was a hitting coach. He was their hitting coach for fucking 8 years or some shit like that.
Bench coach.
Bench coach,
Mhm.
even better.
Yeah.
He was their bench coach, and God knows he knows what a role hitter needs to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because anytime he would have somebody pinch hit, a Winker, a fucking JD, whenever
Hope he's
he
in
was
the right
hot,
spot.
Winker is also a guy that I would like to see back.
I agree with that, honestly.
I never
Um,
thought that I would have liked Jesse Winker as much as I did.
Dude, when we were sitting at the watch party, and we were chanting Jesse Winker, and I sat down for a second. I was like, I never thought I would be doing that. I never thought I'd be
Me
chanting
neither.
unless it was added fuck before his name or
Fuck you, Winker. Like instead of saying
Exactly.
that,
Never
we're
thought
yelling
I'd
out,
be chanting that
Jesse
man's name.
Winker.
So,
Dude, it is
weird how life comes at you.
I feel like he is such a presence in the clubhouse. He's another version of Jose Iglesias that,
Yeah.
like, dude, he literally said,
Sometimes
he
you got to
goes,
get under the other team's skin
yeah, dude,
That's
because
your guy to do it.
Met fans hated him when he was on the Reds,
because he got under our
hated
skin.
him when he was on the Brewers because he got
Wow.
under their skin.
Yeah,
Just like everybody hated
and
Charlie
he always
Blackmon
did well
for a
against
while.
us.
Everybody hated Charlie Blackmon for a while, and then he retired, and everybody cried tears because they knew that he was a great player.
Exactly.
With Winker, I see him coming back next year, definitely. And what he said really got to me. He goes, this is an organization where it's the dream of every baseball player to play for an organization like the Mets.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
of the unity, because of the attention to detail and everything they do for you and with you. I really think that Steve Cohen, Alex Cohen, and David Stearns really revamped the organization.
Dude, it's
of
a
the New
totally
York
different
Mets.
organization from where it was in
Absolutely.
2019. It's part of the reason why all Mets fans are so excited for the future,
Yeah, that's why we didn't really kick each other down.
No, dude, it was
We were
weird.
sad,
It was weird, dude, on Twitter. Like everyone was like very supportive of each other. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No,
Like when the Mets lose, they're like, "Oh, Mets again." Even after
this
an
is
amazing
it.
season.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
This or never. It was this year or never.
But It was
Not,
special, man. I've never seen anything like it with this fan base, honestly.
it was
I hope it's more to come because I
yeah.
love Mets fans. I love all you Mets fans, but we can be a little toxic sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. We are the girlfriend that never ever leaves you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the one that keys your car because you have a new
I
girlfriend.
was gonna say,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Those types.
perfectly said, yeah.
But yeah, so reflecting on the postseason, um, how did you think we did and how could we improve?
I mean, man, that stretch from the Braves doubleheader, the last game of the season, to the end of the why am I blanking who we played
Game
in the
five.
second round? What?
To honestly to the end of game five was
Yeah,
electric.
till the end of the NLDS was some of the most exciting, fun baseball I think I'll ever watch in my life. I don't think I'll ever be able to top it unless the Mets
Here.
win the World Series. Everybody hit,
Yeah.
everybody did
I
what
think
they
that would
needed
be
to
the only
do.
way to top this year.
Yeah, and it was one of those things you didn't want to overthink it because you didn't want it to end.
Well, let's put it this way. To me, I thought about it as we're playing with house money, we got nothing to lose, and we played like we had nothing to lose.
I gotta be honest, Chris, I hate that term.
Why?
I hate that house money term
Why do you hate it?
because it's one of those things where it's like it's so hard to win the World Series in baseball. It's so hard to get to the NL to game 6 of the NLCS. Like
Yeah,
that's why only 4 teams do it every year. The Dodgers spend hundreds of millions of dollars every year, and most of the time they don't make it.
yeah,
Like it's just so hard that like saying it is what it is, it's whatever. Or like even worse than house money is we'll be back. You have no fucking clue. We said that in 2015, and it took 9 years and a different owner.
yeah.
So like you don't know, and that's the part that sucks. That's the part I struggle
We
with.
all we all mean we also
So
said that in 2006, and it took us
exactly, dude.
7 years
2006 is
to
even
get
better because we had
to
the
the
core
World
at least.
Series.
We had Wright, Reyes, everyone. We were like, we're gonna do this for years. We
Yeah,
never even
and
made the playoffs
they
again with that team.
disbanded that team, and it was over. Like,
Yeah, we didn't make the
but that
playoffs again until 2015.
I feel like what happened the last two times that the Mets reached a playoff World Series esque type of season was they disbanded the team the next year. That is something that we cannot do this year.
Yeah, I
We
agree with that.
cannot fucking separate the chemistry of this team.
Listen,
Jose Iglesias
you
needs to
can
get
let some guys
needs to
go.
get minimum a year.
Yeah, I
Minimum
think
a
you
year,
got to give Iglesias a year just for his glove
obviously.
alone is worth it.
Dude, he is a great player, great energy,
He can
great
play so many
atmosphere
positions
at all
too.
times. Yeah, he plays third, short, second,
Yeah.
dude, whatever. He'll play
Honestly,
he'll
you could
play
probably
the
throw him
fucking
at first
trumpet
and
if you need
he'll
him to.
figure it out.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know?
Um so now let's talk Mets free agents.
Mm. I got
Who do
the
you want to
list
bring
right
back?
here in front of me. You want me to go through it?
Yeah, who do you want to bring back? Who do you want to let go?
Well, first let's state who's going to be a free agent. We got Pete
Okay.
Alonso, Jose Iglesias, JD Martinez, Jose Quintana, Ryan Stanek, Harrison Bader, Sean Manaea, Ottavino, Luis Severino, and Jesse Winker. So who of that list is staying and who's going? What do you think?
Going
Who's your must sign?
must sign
Must sign number one. Who is
Sean
it?
Manaea,
Really, number one. Okay.
Sean Manaea, Jose
Okay.
Iglesias,
Okay.
definitely. And honestly, I'm going Winker.
I agree. I'm still so torn on Pete Alonso.
I am too.
I
I don't
think
I don't know what it is about. I love the kid. I truly do.
the
But I
dollar amount
can't
matters for him.
I can't see us paying him the same amount of money as a fucking, you
Lindor,
know, a Lindor, a Freddie
Harper.
Freeman. Like
Yeah.
I can't
He's
fucking
not in
see.
that stratosphere, and that's okay. And I think
No,
that's
of
what people get
course.
upset about is that, like, oh, well, he's ours, so we have to pay him. But, like, I'm not in this world. Granted, at the end of the day, it's not my money. If they give him $30 million a year, I don't really care that much because it's
Right.
not my money. I'm not paying him that.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
just
at the same time,
you know what the one thing that would upset me would be if they paid him and didn't sign the other guys.
yes, I
That
don't
would
think
annoy the
signing Pete
fucking
Alonso
shit out of
should
me.
limit you elsewhere.
Right.
You know what? 20 million a year. I was thinking 5 years. I would even go as high as if you had to outbid someone, 22 a year. What would that get you to? I can't do math.
Yeah, I'm
22,
not good at math. You really asked the wrong guy.
100. So 22 would put you at like 110. So 5 years, 110. I don't know if that would get it done, but I can't see him being worth
5 years,
more than that.
22.
5 years, 22 a year. So it would come out to 5 years, 110.
Yeah, 110.
I would be comfortable with that. I understand if you have to go to 23, but like I once you get into the 25, 26, I think it's too high.
Way too high.
I think you're just overpaying to keep him at that point. I think that's silly.
I mean, look, David Stern said he's a great Met, and I would love to have him back.
Yeah. And I'm
But
sure
he
he means
never,
that.
right? But he never said, we're gonna see where Pete is. We're gonna see
Yeah.
where he's at. We're gonna
Honestly,
talk
based on
about
his comments, I think Mania is back.
Yeah,
He said there's mutual interest. We want him back.
yeah.
Like
I think
he's
Mania
going to
is
be
going to
back.
be a sure in to come back.
Yeah. The problem is, I don't know what he's going to want money wise.
And listen, he knows his worth.
Listen, though, the thing that I think is going to happen, unfortunately, with Pete is that, the Mets seem to, even though Steve Cohen's got all the money in the world, they set a number for somebody. And I think that's
Right.
smart long term. They set a number, what they think someone's worth. They might go a little bit over it, and they will not go anything past that. So
Yep.
if they offer him, if their number is 22, and that's their max for Pete Alonso, and someone else comes in and offers him 23 and he takes it, I could see something like that happen. I could see the Mariners or the Cubs
Right.
just coming in, just throwing money at him just because he
Right.
hits a lot of home runs.
I mean, listen, I would like this team to stay the way it is, but if there were players that we'd have to get rid of, I would say JD, Harrison Bader, those guys.
I don't see how Harrison Bader's back, to be honest. I don't think he did
No,
enough.
Harrison Bader did nothing.
You
He
know,
didn't do anything. He's a
like,
fun guy, he's a nice kid and all that. He's, good presence in the clubhouse, but other than that, it's not really there's not really much to go on, but
no,
yeah.
exactly. He's kind of, and honestly, I don't see how he's that much different than Tyrone Taylor.
Wow, we didn't even talk about Tyrone Taylor.
You know,
Tyrone Taylor
like,
had his moments, but
I think he's a better fielder, and I
we
think
have him for another
he's
year.
a slightly better hitter. I don't know how long we have him for, but I know he's not a free agent.
Okay, we probably have him for another year. So,
Yeah.
So now, let's crack this. Give me another route that you want the Mets to explore, so we can wrap up what we're talking about. Alexa, stop.
I
Sorry.
think the Mets need an ace.
Yeah.
I think the Mets need a guy that's in his prime, an ace, and because I think that was hang on. I think that was part of their problem this offseason is that there was no one to stop the bleeding. There was no one that had stuff good enough. You could say
Now-
Kodai Senga.
Right. Now, are you saying
But-
starter or reliever?
Starter. We
Okay.
need a lot of relievers. We need to completely revamp
we
the
do.
bullpen. But
Yeah, we do.
Corbin Burns is my guy.
Corbin
Keep in mind,
Burns?
Stearns, and he was in Milwaukee first. Corbin Burns.
Yeah. Corbin Burns is a good pitcher.
It's there. The relationship is there. He had a great year this year. Honestly,
I feel like if we keep Winker could probably recruit him.
So the only thing that I'm nervous about there is Winker has talked a lot about how he hates Milwaukee. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. After that Milwaukee series, he's like,
I
fucking hate
love
this
the way
place."
he talks about his old teams. It's hysterical, bro.
Yeah, he's like, I fucking hate this place. Never bring me back here.
God, he's like Alex Bohm on the Phillies. I fucking hate this place.
Exactly.
But honestly,
So-
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
Think about it. What was the Mets' problem during this Dodgers
Pitching.
series? It was pitching and it was walking because,
Yep.
listen, I love all these guys. I love Minaya. I love Quintana. They were scared to attack
Yeah.
the
I
Dodgers.
feel like it's going to be
batters,
different next year because
and
they're
they
going to
don't
be more
chase.
aggressive.
So, like, if you have a guy, granted, I think Kodai Senga at his best, at warmed up completely midseason form, has no problem shutting those guys down. But you're asking him to do rehab starts in the NLCS. It's asking a lot.
Yeah.
So you pair him with Corbin Burns, and then your rotation is now Senga. Well, Burns will be one, but Burns one, Senga,
Mania,
Minaya.
Quintana.
Quintana's a free agent, man, isn't he?
And well, we could bring him back, and then
I
Peterson.
don't think we should. He's 36, man.
But he pitched pretty fucking good, dude. Well,
I know, but
would you take Sevy over Quintana?
yes, but I think Sevy's gone.
I think Sevy's gone,
I
bro.
think he's gonna get a big offer somewhere else, and you
Yeah.
know, I think he loved it here, but he doesn't love it to the extent that Sean
I
Mara.
got a feeling I know where he's gonna end up too.
Where? What's your
He's gonna end
prediction?
up on the fucking Phillies, bro. Yeah. I got a feeling he's gonna end up
That
either on
doesn't
the
happen
Phillies.
now.
He's either gonna end up on the Phillies or the Braves because guess what? Max Fried is a fucking free agent, and we should go
That's
after
another
him.
guy. I
Max
would say
Fried
one or the
is-
other. I
is-
don't think we need both.
Max Fried is my guy. That's the guy
Mm.
I would pick if Corbin Burns wanted too much.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Max Fried is a lights out fucking starter.
Yeah,
Lights
absolutely.
out. Kid is great.
But also you got David Peterson in there at your 4.
Yeah.
And then 5 would be a little bit of a toss up.
Yeah.
You got McGill, you got a couple guys,
Budo.
but the guy to look out for next year is 2 guys, not free agents, Mets minors, Blade Tidwell and Brandon Sproat. Brandon
Those
Sproat
might be
has
two
been
of the greatest
incredible,
names I've ever
dude.
heard.
What?
They might be two of the greatest names I've ever heard.
Yeah, right? They're awesome.
What are their names again?
Brandon Sproat.
Sproat?
Sproat.
Brandon the Throat Sproat?
Exactly.
That's sick.
And Blade Tidwell.
Blade?
His first name is Blade.
That sounds like a
He's in
fucking
AAA.
superhero.
And I know, right?
Blade Tidwell.
But dude, look out. I could see either one of them making the team out of spring training next year.
Huh.
They're young. Brandon Sproat, I think he started the year in single A this year. And that's how how good he was. He shut down every level he was at.
Very well.
So look out for those guys.
All right.
You know, before we start to wrap it up here, I just want to get a couple more things in. Bullpen.
Yeah,
and
we
also,
definitely need 2 or 3 relievers.
we need a setup, man.
Yeah.
We need a legitimate, bona fide.
Well, that's why I would bring back Stanek, because Stanek is a perfect setup man.
Yeah, I think we need more than him, though. I agree. Also, get Ottavino,
absolutely.
strap Ottavino to a rocket and send him to the moon because I never want to see him again.
He needs to go with Trevor Bauer to fucking Mexico.
Exactly. You're done. He's 41 years old. Get him away. And then we can't go through a free agency episode without mentioning the name for the offseason. I'm sorry, Yankee fans. I know you're right in the middle of the World Series, but throw a blank check at Juan Soto.
Please.
Blank check.
Uncle Steve. Just give the man what he wants.
Yeah. And listen, we're going to post part of this. I'm going to post this part on Instagram. Are you ready for this? I'm talking directly to Steve and Alex Cohn, because Alex Cohn, I know you follow us. Yep. I know you know who we are. I'm talking directly to you. Talk to your husband. Give that man a blank check. I know it's a lot of money. I know it's asking a lot. I don't care if it's 600 million, 700 million, 15 years. The man is 26 years old, and he hasn't even hit his prime yet.
To me, I genuinely feel like Juan Soto is the best player in MLB right now.
He is. I agree.
Fuck Ohtani. Listen, fuck Judge.
I know he's not the best fielder, but he makes plays.
Doesn't matter. The guy he's the most clutch guy in the playoffs right now.
That home run in the ALCS to win the game. I know the Yankees were going to win the series anyway.
Yeah,
everybody knew it. But at the same time, to come up in that situation, crank a home run, and then turn around at first base and beat your chest, I was like, that's the guy. That's the guy I want leading my team for the next 15 years.
Yep.
He is worth every single penny that you give him.
Absolutely.
We waited till last to mention him. We didn't come in here with inflated thoughts, but we had to mention him.
But we're just going to give him a little bit of a mention.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, listen, the Mets are in good shape right now.
Yeah.
The Mets are in good shape. Our future's in good shape. It's in good hands. Our fans are a little bit more mature, which is nice.
Yeah, it's weird to say.
They're appreciating the caliber of direction we're going in, which is straight ahead to the title. We're looking at it, you know. And who knows? You know, we never know.
David Stearns.
Listen, thank
you.
The man
David accidentally
Stearns.
built an NLCS team.
I know. Thank
he
you,
did
David
it by
Stearns.
accident.
Thank you, Alex and Steve Cohen.
Yes.
You know, thank you, Mendy. Mendy's the fucking man, bro.
Yeah, really. Thank you to the Mets.
Thank you to the New York Mets, man.
It was such a fun season. I'll never forget 2024.
Never.
My mourning period is over.
Yeah, mine too.
I'm ready to admit that the season was fun and it was amazing, and we'll probably never experience anything like it again. But I hope we're back again real soon.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure that before the end of the year, I'm gonna end up getting a Grimace tattoo with a Mets jersey somewhere on my body
You've been
because
talking about that for months.
Grimace Grimace was such a fun time that they have a Grimace seat at Citi Field now.
I know. It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
He's gonna be our second mascot along with Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Also, to Steve and Alex Cohen, another add-on. Thanks for letting us have fun, honestly. I feel like the Wilpons always, everyone else, they would try and shut down all this fun stuff that the players and the fans make. And like they changed a seat to purple for Grimace. Like that's ridiculous, but it's so much fun. Like, thank you for letting us have fun.
Yeah.
It
was literally, this was a year for the fans, about the fans, and with the fans.
And we felt it.
And we definitely felt appreciated. We felt noticed and we felt seen, which was great. And that is basically all we got to say about the New York Mets.
Yeah.
LFGM, baby.
LFGM. Thanks for tuning into the Mets special, everyone.
Absolutely. You already know that
Mets.
This is the Any Sports Podcast where we talk about anything at any given time, but
the main focus is always New York.
That's right, baby. Holla.
Cuzzy Matt on the mic.